Vegito looks at him and says casually, "So, do you want to get beaten even more?" After taking that beating, Boo suddenly falls to the ground. Vegito looks at him closely and says, slightly confused, "What is this?" He notices something and says, "Your body still looks female." He shrugs casually, "So you should wear some clothes." Because of Vegito's attacks, Boo's armor has been completely destroyed. Vegito casually takes off his shirt and throws it toward Boo. Boo looks at him in disbelief and says, "Are you crazy?" He frowns. "I can regenerate my clothes whenever I want." He adds in frustration, "This fight is completely pointless." But then, we see Boo actually wearing the shirt given by Vegito. Boo looks at Vegito and says, "Vegito, you made a small mistake." He smirks slightly. "You gave me a little bit of time." His tone becomes cunning, and in that time, I came up with a small plan. Suddenly, Yasha speaks. He says calmly, "Are you talking about those tiny parts of yourself that you have scattered all over the battlefield?" Hearing this, Boo becomes extremely angry because his plan has completely failed. Vegito smirks and says, "I already figured you were trying to find a way to absorb me." Boo suddenly decides to act.
He says in disbelief, "What?" His eyes widen. "I didn't feel the key of that attack at all." He looks at himself confused, and even now, my body hasn't changed yet. Yasha looks at him calmly and says, "I am a god." His voice remains steady, and I have mastered mantra, which is a very powerful godly energy. Hearing this, Boo becomes extremely scared. He stutters, "A god? You're not like the Kaioshians. You are far stronger than them." Within a few seconds, we see Boo regenerating his entire body. Boo looks at himself and says, confused, "My appearance still hasn't changed." He narrows his eyes. "I think that was some kind of trick." Meanwhile, inside Boo's body, Vegito is walking around calmly. He is even able to hear everything Boo is saying. Up until now, Vegito has not removed his barrier. Because of that, he has not diffused. In this universe, there is no time limit for Potara fusion, so as long as Vegito remains inside his barrier, he will not split back into Goku and Vegeta. Inside Boo, Vegito says confidently, "My barrier is working perfectly." He looks around seriously. "Now I need to quickly find Potara and the others." He clenches his fist. "For that, I'll need to clear this place a little." Suddenly, Vegito begins charging his ki. He smirks slightly and says, "Let's see how much of my power I can use here." He starts forming a powerful attack. This is Final Kamehameha. This attack is 100 times more powerful than a normal Kamehameha. Vegito instantly fires it. We see the attack bursts out from near Boo's ear. Boo immediately realizes, shocked, Vegito is doing something inside my body. Inside, Vegito says calmly, "Now I can see things much more clearly." He thinks to himself, Super Saiyan 3's power is truly incredible. His expression becomes curious, but I don't know why it feels like there is a power even beyond Super Saiyan 3. Meanwhile, Kibito Kai sees the attack from inside Boo and says happily, he can damage Boo from the inside. Old Supreme Kai says cautiously, I just hope he doesn't do something foolish. Back outside, Yasha looks at Boo and says calmly, Boo, Vegito is definitely inside your body. His tone becomes serious, so you must already understand what is about to happen. Inside Boo, Vegito finally finds Piccolo and the others. He says with relief, So,
Patata and Fat Boo are here too. Vegito thinks for a moment and decides, I'll save Fat Boo as well. His tone becomes thoughtful. He might be useful later. After that, Vegito begins forming another attack. He says, I'll cut all the cocoons at once. He smirks slightly. That will be easier for me. In an instant, Vegito slices through all the cocoons. He thinks to himself, I wonder, will Boo become fat again or turn into a thinner form? After that, Vegito grabs all the cocoons. He says confidently, but one thing is certain. His eyes sharpen. His power is going to decrease drastically. He explains he had absorbed too many bodies inside himself. His tone becomes firm. Now, he is just an empty container. Suddenly, Vegito smiles. In an instant, he teleports outside Boo's body. As soon as Vegito exits Boo's body with everyone saved, he quickly says to Yasha, hurry up. Yasha looks serious and says, Boo's powers are changing again. Now, Boo begins returning to his original form, and his powers have decreased significantly compared to before. However, he still possesses the power of the South Supreme Kai, who was extremely powerful. But even with that power, Boo's strength is still lower than it was when he had absorbed Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. And then, we finally see Boo's true original form. Boo has now transformed into Kid Boo, the pure, original, evil form of Boo. We see that Vegito, along with Yasha and all the Z warriors, has arrived at the Supreme Kai's planet. After that, Vegito looks at Yasha and tells him to do what Vegeta had brought him here for. Vegeta says with a slight smile, I really enjoyed being Vegito. He then becomes serious. But if I fight Boo in this form, the battle will become far too easy. He looks at Yasha and asks, Yasha, can you separate us? Yasha replies calmly, yes, if you want, I can. After that, we see Yasha using his technique on Vegito, and in an instant, Goku and Vegeta are separated. Suddenly, we see Patata regaining consciousness. She looks around in confusion and says, what is this? Where am I? Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta have completely separated. Vegeta returns to his normal form and looks relieved. He says with satisfaction, now, this feels right. After that, we see Kid Boo. He's muttering Patata's name because of her that he lost the previous fight. Old Supreme Kai becomes very angry at Goku and Vegeta.
He shouts, why did you cancel the fusion? His tone becomes furious. Now who is going to fight Kid Boo? We see old Supreme Kai staring at Goku and Vegeta. Goku looks back at him seriously. Goku becomes very serious and says, that's actually a very good question. He continues, Vegito believed that the fight would be too easy for him. His tone becomes firm. That's why he chose to defuse. He adds, but for Goku and Vegeta, this fight is still going to be very difficult. Vegeta looks slightly surprised and says, I didn't even think about that. He turns toward Piccolo and asks, Piccolo, do you have any idea? Piccolo nods and says, yes. After that, we see Piccolo stepping forward, ready to fight. He says strategically, Goku, you prepare your spirit bomb. He then looks at Vegeta, and you prepare your final flash. He continues, after that, combine both of your powers and fire that attack at Boo. Piccolo then says, until then, I'll try to hold Boo off. Vegeta looks at him and says, doubtful, Piccolo, do you really think you can stop him? Suddenly, Piccolo starts laughing. He says confidently, when Boo absorbed me, I wasn't even using my full power. He smirks slightly.
After the fight with Cell, I started training seriously. After that, we see Goku bringing Vegeta and Piccolo to Earth, and along with them, Patata also arrives. Vegeta looks at her and says, surprised, "Patata, what are you doing here?" Piccolo also says seriously, "Patata, you should have stayed with the Kaiotians." His tone becomes concerned. "We don't want you to get hurt here." But we see Patata walking forward toward Kid Buu. Goku also becomes slightly angry. He says, "Patata, would you like to explain what you're doing here?" Patata stops.
Her expression turns serious. She says, "I think the time has come." Her voice becomes calm but powerful. "For me to tell you about an ancient Saiyan transformation." Patata says seriously, "Lord Beerus told me about this." She continues, "This transformation is called Super Saiyan God." Her voice becomes powerful. "A Saiyan who possesses the power of the gods." She explains further, "To create it, 6 pure-hearted Saiyans are required." She raises her hand slightly. 5 Saiyans transfer their power into the 6th Saiyan. Patata looks determined and says, "I am completely confident that with this method we will definitely be able to defeat Buu." After hearing this, Goku starts counting the Saiyans. He says, "You're here, Gohan is here, Vegeta is here, Goten is here, Trunks is here, and I'm here." He smiles slightly. "That makes 6 Saiyans in total." Goku says confidently, "Looks like this is going to work." Then Goku looks at Piccolo and asks, "Piccolo, can you hold Buu off for that long?" Piccolo replies seriously, "Leave from here quickly and do what you need to do." His tone becomes urgent. "I have a feeling Buu is about to wake up." After that, we see Goku leaving with Patata and Vegeta. Before leaving, Goku says, "Good luck, Piccolo." Piccolo gives a slight smile. He knows that the responsibility of saving the world now rests on his shoulders. Suddenly, Piccolo begins powering up. We see his form starting to change. As his power rises, Piccolo says, "This is a level beyond Super Namek." We see that Piccolo now looks very different compared to before. His arms, his eyes, and his spikes all appear drastically changed. Electricity begins crackling all over his body, which is a clear sign that his power is around the level of Super Saiyan 2.
Piccolo continues, "This technique is very close to the power of the great elder guru." His tone becomes serious, but it is extremely temporary and comes with many risks. Suddenly, Piccolo forms a very powerful attack, and instantly, he fires it at Buu. Buu is still unconscious, but the attack hits him directly. Buu screams in pain. For a moment, his body is completely destroyed, but then he looks extremely angry. In an instant, he regenerates his entire body and starts screaming. As soon as Buu powers up, we see Piccolo rushing toward him. Piccolo shouts, "Don't move," and immediately, he slams a powerful elbow into Buu's waist. Then, Piccolo extends his arm and grabs Kid Buu by the neck. He says firmly, "This should be enough to hold you back." His tone becomes honest. "I know I cannot defeat you right now." Without stopping, Piccolo continues beating Buu. He keeps raining punches on him continuously. Buu is unable to defend himself at all. At this moment, Piccolo has completely overwhelmed Buu. After that, The scene shifts back to the Supreme Kai's planet. We see Gohan there. Gohan says in amazement, "Piccolo right now is as strong as Dad was during the Cell games." He smiles slightly. That's truly incredible. Meanwhile, we see Goku calling Gohan, because now it is time to complete the Super Saiyan God ritual. Goku says urgently, "Gohan, you're the only one left now. Hurry up and get here." Goten also shouts, "Big brother, hurry up." Gohan starts approaching them, but before reaching, he stops and says seriously, "Before we begin, I want to ask all of you something." His tone becomes firm. "I don't think Dad should become the Super Saiyan God, and neither should I." Gohan looks at Goku and says, "Dad, you were very close to defeating Super Buu."
His expression turns disappointed. "But even then, you didn't finish him," he continues. "And now, look at the situation we are in." Vegeta steps forward and says, "I agree with Gohan." He looks directly at Goku and says sharply, "You had the chance, and you didn't take it." His tone becomes harsh. "When Buu was in his fat form, you could have defeated him." He clenches his fist. "But instead, you were enjoying the fight." Vegeta continues, "And we cannot entrust the power of Super Saiyan God to children either." Goku looks surprised and says, "What?" Then he looks at Vegeta and replies, "Vegeta, you can't become Super Saiyan God either." His tone becomes serious. "You've also done many wrong things in the past few days." Goku pauses and concludes, "So that means," he looks toward Patata, "Patata is the one who deserves to become the Super Saiyan God." Patata is completely shocked. She says in disbelief, "What?" She hesitates and asks, "Are you really sure about this?" Then she smirks slightly and says, "If I become stronger than you, don't complain later." After that, we see all the Saiyans preparing for the ritual. Gohan, Goten, Trunks, Vegeta, and Goku, all of them begin transferring their power into Patata, and suddenly Patata starts glowing brilliantly. Meanwhile, on Earth, we see Piccolo still fighting Buu, and Buu is still unable to properly deal with Piccolo. During the fight, Piccolo's arm suddenly gets torn apart, but Piccolo smirks and says, "I can regenerate too." Instantly, Piccolo regenerates his arm. Suddenly, Piccolo shouts loudly, "Hurry up, all of you!" His voice becomes urgent. "I won't be able to hold Buu for much longer." After that, Piccolo creates a very powerful attack and fires it directly at Buu. Buu stands still, but after the attack, we see half of Buu's body completely vanish, trying to overwhelm Buu. But Buu manages to block all of his attacks. At this point, Piccolo's condition has become extremely bad. Piccolo starts shouting, "I've reached very close to my limit." We see Buu is completely fine, and he is easily dodging all of Piccolo's attacks. Suddenly, Piccolo forms a very powerful attack and fires it straight at Buu. The impact is massive, and Buu's body is completely torn into pieces. But as soon as Piccolo finishes that attack, we see him reverting back to his normal form. He says, breathing heavily, "My body is not fully trained to handle attacks like that." His tone becomes frustrated, and that attack wasn't even enough to defeat Buu. Meanwhile, we see all of Buu's scattered parts starting to come back together. Buu begins regenerating once again. Seeing this, Piccolo gathers whatever strength he has left and launches another powerful attack, a mouth beam. After firing it, Piccolo says with irritation,
I really hate using mouth beam attacks." Then he shouts urgently, "Hurry up and come back." Meanwhile, on the Supreme Kai's planet, at the same time, the Super Saiyan God ritual is reaching its final stage. We see Patata slowly begins to rise into the air. A brilliant, divine aura starts radiating around her, and then the ritual is completed. As we look at Patata, she appears completely different from before. Her hair has turned red, which means she has transformed into a Super Saiyan God. Suddenly, Patata uses instant transmission. She says urgently, "Join the fight as soon as possible." She looks at Goku and says, "Goku, prepare your spirit bomb." Then she looks at Vegeta, and Vegeta, "Get your final flash ready." Her voice becomes confident. "Until then, I'll hold Boo off."
She smirks slightly. "Because I also want to test the power of Super Saiyan God." And just like that, Patata has finally become a Super Saiyan God. After transforming into Super Saiyan God, Patata uses instant transmission and arrives right in front of Boo, ready to fight him. Vegeta says, confused, "Kakarot, did you feel her ki?" He narrows his eyes, "Because I couldn't sense it at all." Goku replies seriously, "No, I couldn't feel her ki either." He looks puzzled. "This is really strange." Old Supreme Kai says calmly, "Don't worry, this is completely normal." He explains, "Patata has now become a god." His tone becomes informative, and mortals cannot sense the ki of a god. He continues, "But I can tell you this." His voice becomes serious. "Patata's power level is equal to Vegito's." Goku and Vegeta are completely shocked. They both say, "What?" Vegeta adds in disbelief, "Her power level is equal to Vegito's?" Goku shakes his head. "That's impossible." Suddenly, Yasha begins speaking. He says calmly, "Remember this as well. That power now belongs entirely to her." He continues, "Her strength is equal to Vegito's base level." He looks at them and says, "In other words," his tone becomes firm, "you can say that Patata has now become the strongest Saiyan." Vegeta smirks slightly and says, "Kakarot, looks like we'll have to work a lot harder if we want to surpass Patata." Then he looks at Yasha and asks, "Yasha, can you help us against Boo?" Yasha replies calmly, "No, this is your fight." He continues, "Remember this, I was only passing by Earth." His tone becomes serious. "I came here to check on Asura. Do you remember him, Vegeta? Asura, the god of wrath, has returned to Earth." He continues, "There was a very dangerous battle between me, him, his master August, and another god named Visor."
He pauses. After that, he set a goal for himself. That goal was to find Broly. Yasha says, "We came to your planet only to locate Broly." His tone becomes dark. Broly is a threat to the entire universe. He continues, "Frieza ruined our plans earlier, but now we have once again found Broly's location." He looks toward Earth, and he is on this planet. Vegeta gets annoyed and says sharply, "All right, you can stop talking now." His tone becomes irritated. "If you don't want to help us, then just stay quiet and say no." Suddenly, Goku speaks. "Vegeta, let's go." He looks toward the battlefield. "Let's see what Patata is doing against Boo." In an instant, Goku teleports to Earth. Vegeta follows him. Piccolo notices their arrival. At the same time, we see Patata and Boo fighting. A massive, explosive battle is taking place between them. At this moment, Boo's power should be far lower than Patata's, but despite that, Boo is still able to fight her. Patata's power level is around Vegito's level, yet Kid Buu is still giving her trouble. While fighting, suddenly Patata notices that Goku and Vegeta have arrived. Suddenly, Patata creates a very powerful attack, and instantly she fires it at Buu. During the fight, something strange had already happened. A mysterious fog had surrounded Buu. After that, Buu became even stronger. Even the color of his eyes had changed. Patata's attack slices Buu right through the middle, and at that moment, Patata still has the advantage against Buu. But suddenly, we see Buu creating a very powerful attack. At the same time, he begins regenerating his body again. And then, Buu fires his attack toward Patata.
Patata immediately tries to defend herself. At that moment, Goku and Vegeta realize what Buu is trying to do. But right now, Goku cannot do anything because he is busy preparing the Spirit Bomb. Vegeta shouts urgently, "Kakarot, be careful!" His tone becomes intense. Buu is trying to destroy the Earth. Suddenly, Vegeta forms a powerful attack, and instantly he fires it directly at Buu's attack. Vegeta keeps firing continuously, trying to overpower and destroy Buu's attack. And finally, Buu's attack explodes. Vegeta exhales slightly and says, "That was way too close." He then looks at Patata and says, "Patata, cover me and Kakarot." His tone becomes commanding. Until then, we'll prepare our attacks. Vegeta begins charging his final flash. At the same time, we see Goku charging his Spirit Bomb. Goku says seriously, "Patata, give it everything you've got." After that, Goku calls out to King Kai and says, "King Kai, I need to speak to all the people on Earth." Suddenly, Gohan shouts, "Kibito Kai, please take me to Earth." King Kai replies to Goku, "Goku, I want to help you, but there's a small problem." Meanwhile, Kibito Kai is bringing Gohan to Earth. He says, slightly annoyed, "Gohan, I'm not your taxi." As soon as Gohan arrives on Earth, he immediately joins the fight against Buu. Gohan says confidently, "Buu, there are 5 of us against you." His tone becomes sharp. "You don't stand a chance of winning." He continues, "No matter how strong you become, but your power is still lower than when you absorbed Gotenks." Suddenly, Gohan lands a powerful punch on Buu's face, and then he fires a strong attack at Buu. Meanwhile, Patata is charging her own attack.
She says to Gohan gratefully, "Thanks for helping me." After that, Patata releases a powerful attack. Zeta Cannon! The attack hits Buu directly. Buu is unable to defend himself. A massive explosion occurs. After the blast, Patata reminds everyone, all the people on Earth are already dead. Her tone becomes serious, so King Kai cannot take energy from them. Piccolo suddenly shouts, "You all are idiots!" Meanwhile, Vegeta continues charging his attack. Then he suddenly says to King Kai, "King Kai, connect me to the Namekians." King Kai helps Vegeta communicate with the Namekians. Vegeta speaks loudly, "People of Namek, listen to me. I am Vegeta." His tone becomes commanding. "Use Purunga to bring all the people of Earth back to life." The elder Namekian agrees, but he says, "I am only agreeing to this because it is urgent." Immediately, all the Namekians gather the Dragon Balls, and after that, the elder Namekian summons Purunga. Purunga appears and says in a deep divine voice,
I can grant you 3 wishes, whatever they may be. The elder Namekian steps forward and makes the first wish. Revive all the people of Earth who were killed by Boo after the tournament. He adds, except for the criminals. Purunga grants the wish without any difficulty. After that, we see Earth. All the people of Earth have been revived. An announcement echoes across the planet. People of Earth, all of you were killed by Boo, and now you have been brought back to life.